my childhood was normal, but in America, normal doesn't always mean that you're gonna make it. And a lot of people think that it's the teenager or young adult's responsibility to make it in the world, and that's not really the responsibility of their parents. And a lot of people don't make it. So probably a few percent that don't really thrive the way they're supposed to. Yeah, I mean, I wish I just had a conservative upbringing. I mean, all I really wanted was my career. And uh,
As a math professor,
hmm
do you think a more conservative upbringing would have helped?
hmm
What was not conservative about your upbringing?
mm Well, I mean, I was allowed to drink coffee. I mean, if you're going to be a thought worker, it matters a lot whether or not you're drinking coffee. At least for some people, it matters a lot. And how much you drink matters too.
Strange Maine presents Episode 5 Coffee Jake Strange Addiction.
Maine, it'll make a bitch do strange things.
I'm here with, what's your name?
Jacob Wakeham,
Jacob. And where are you from?
Scarborough.
Scarborough. And what are you doing in Portland?
I live here as a disabled adult.
And you don't do any drugs?
I took some breaks from coffee, but then I started drinking a lot of it again.
Jake thrived in his youth. He was the top mathematician in Maine. It's a damn shame about the coffee.
It was really good for a while, but then around 19 years old, things went really bad really fast. But before that, I mean, I had a beautiful mind. Well, sometimes things felt real and sometimes things didn't feel real. That was part of it. But then there's just these visuals that I got. They weren't detailed images, but they were like visuals that I got when I was having deep thoughts. And it was almost religious imagery. It was like tan. It's like a tan mind.
Okay.
Like a yellow mind. So it's kind of
Interesting.
almost religious imagery.
Jacob's coffee addiction took a strange turn, making him believe that he had superpowers.
It would start with me revising the past, but then eventually I would start changing the present. I thought that one time I thought I had a growth spurt, one time I thought I had high blood pressure, stuff like that. I thought that at 3 years old I predicted the Bloody Power Eye game, where Mass Basic ran for 400 yards. That's the game where Billy Gorman was taken out with the helmet to his knee. I thought that I had predicted that in 1996, and I also thought 9/11 was caused by betting on that game.
And when did this game happen?
2010.
2010.
It was a 2008. 2008.
So you had some fascination with that game.
hmm
Somehow traced it back to 1996 in your memories.
Yeah, I basically thought that people could predict the game like 15 years ahead of time. And then I kind of believed that I actually did that.
How did that connect to 9/11?
People betting on the game. The money that hit the World Trade Center, having to do with the game, the dollar amounts were too large, was the idea. and it shut it down. It shut down the computers at the World Trade Center, and then the Muslims had to take it out because it wasn't working anymore. That was the idea.
Maine, it'll make a bitch do strange things.
So how old are you now?
31.
31. What do you think of Portland?
Yeah, what I noticed is there are a lot more black people in Portland than there are in Scarborough. I don't have a problem with it, but it's just something I noticed.
Yeah. Still drinking coffee?
No, I had to quit it completely. It was giving me big beads of sweat on my hands. So at that point, you just have to quit it. But that was only a few years ago that I quit. So I was drinking it for probably 10 years.
Well, speaking with Jacob, it did seem like he had a wall up. His hands didn't leave his thighs once. That can be very common for a first meeting between a patient and a therapist. How much did you drink?
Sometimes I drink 12 cups a day. Don't drink more than 2 cups at any one time. Don't have it at 7 o'clock, so just skip that one. That would put you at stopping around 2 o'clock. Of course, some people can't control their coffee, so they just have to quit. But other people can use a little bit, and it can help some people a lot, actually. But yeah, I wouldn't drink more than 2 cups at a time. And I'm a pretty big guy, but I would not drink more than 2 cups at a time. But some people will never get violent with their family. Some people will never commit crimes.
Any criminal history?
Yep. I was awake for a week, and then I got put on Ambien, and I fell asleep. Before I fell asleep, it was kind of rough. It's like my mind went away, or part of my mind went away. So I just set a roll of paper towels on fire.
How long were you there?
A couple of years.
Couple years.
And the first year, I went from like 250 to 400 pounds.
I must say that Jacob off the coffee is wonderful. He dropped 150 pounds overnight, it seemed.
Yeah, 400 pounds. What are you at now?
255.
255. So you're back to what you were?
Mm-hmm.
What is your advice on succeeding?
Ideally, you would not do something stupid after you get an F. So if you can just not do something stupid, like binge on stimulants or something, if you don't do something stupid and you just play it safe, you'll eventually succeed.
Coffee is the drink of champions. Don't be a pussy.